Good morning, I'm Craig DeGrelli. It's Tuesday, December 24th, 2024, and these are your Unbiased Updates. Former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, who at one point was President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General, now accused of paying for sex with an underage girl and drug use while he was a congressman. Reaction from Washington and what happens from here. Also, former President Bill Clinton hospitalized, the diagnosis and how long he might be there.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world, these are today's Unbiased Updates.
We begin this morning with the release of the House Ethics Committee report on its investigation into former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Here now is our political correspondent Ray Bogan from Washington, D.C. on what specifically the report uncovered and how the controversial former lawmaker has responded to the committee's findings.
The House Ethics Committee report into former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is out for the public to see. Investigators found, quote, substantial evidence, unquote, that Gaetz broke state and federal law while in office, including statutory rape of a 17-year-old girl. Gaetz resigned from Congress in November after President-elect Trump nominated him to be Attorney General. He withdrew once stories about his drug use and sexual misconduct cast a cloud over him. Committee investigators conducted interviews and collected thousands of pages of documents and communications to compile the report. Representative Gaetz violated House rules and other standards of conduct prohibiting prostitution, statutory rape, illicit drug use, impermissible gifts, special favors or privileges, and obstruction of Congress. Investigators interviewed women Gaetz allegedly paid for sex and obtained payment histories that revealed he gave more than $90,000 to at least a dozen women while in office. Those payments included $400 to someone who was a junior in high school at the time. She says she didn't disclose her age, and Gaetz did not ask. The women who testified said the sexual activity was consensual, but the use of drugs could have impaired their thinking. Investigators also found evidence that Gaetz used illicit drugs between 2017 and 2020. The committee says Gaetz attempted to derail their 3-year-long investigation by refusing to be interviewed and failing to provide exonerating evidence. Gaetz denies all allegations and says they're a smear created by his enemies. He posted on X that he was fully exonerated by the Department of Justice following a federal investigation into sex trafficking claims. He said his actions were embarrassing but not criminal, and that he leads a different life now. Several members of the committee disagreed with the decision to release the report because Gaetz is no longer a member of Congress. Quote, the decision to publish a report after his resignation breaks from the committee's long-standing practice, opens the committee to undue criticism, and will be viewed by some as an attempt to weaponize the committee's process. Gaetz is suing the committee for releasing the report after his resignation. His lawyers say it will cause irreversible damage to his reputation. Gaetz has never been charged with a crime.
This morning, former President Bill Clinton remains hospitalized in Washington, D.C. as he recovers from a fever. According to his deputy chief of staff, Clinton was admitted to MedStar Georgetown University Hospital on Monday afternoon for testing and observation. The 42nd president is said to be in good spirits despite suffering from dehydration. His reps say that Clinton hopes to be home for Christmas. Bill Clinton is 78. He has faced a number of health scares in the past, including being hospitalized in California in 2021 for a urinary tract infection. He underwent 2 heart procedures at New York Presbyterian Hospital, one in 2004 and another in 2010. In California, rescuers pulled 2 people to safety and another person made it out on their own after the Santa Cruz Pier partially collapsed yesterday under a major storm surge. About 150 feet of the pier had already been closed to the public because of damage from previous storms. That's the portion that collapsed into the Pacific Ocean. It included a restroom building and construction equipment meant to repair the wharf. Authorities say one of those who fell into the water was a project manager on the construction project, and the other 2 were contractors. Investigators immediately evacuated the wharf. It will remain closed indefinitely. The National Weather Service says the dangerous storm that led to the collapse will continue to impact beaches along the Pacific coast throughout today. Prosecutors in New Mexico have dropped their appeal to reinstate criminal charges against actor Alec Baldwin in connection with the deadly shooting on the set of the movie Rust. A judge previously dismissed the case against Baldwin in July after the defense accused prosecutors of withholding evidence. Baldwin had been facing an involuntary manslaughter charge in the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Baldwin was holding a prop gun that had been loaded with a live round when it discharged on the set near Santa Fe, New Mexico in 2021, killing Hutchins and wounding director Joel Souza. Baldwin has maintained he never pulled the trigger on the gun and did not know it was loaded with the live round. The district attorney's office said it withdrew the appeal after the New Mexico Attorney General's office said it, quote, did not intend to exhaustively pursue the appeal on behalf of the prosecution. Wow, look at this. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is erupting again. The Hawaii Volcano Observatory says the eruption, which started about 2:30 a.m. Monday local time, is confined to a remote, closed area of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island. Experts say the biggest concern right now is the threat of volcanic smog, or VOG, which could reach homes downwind. Kilauea is one of the world's most active volcanoes. Finally this morning, it's Christmas Eve, and if you are dreaming of a white Christmas, you're more likely to see one this year than last, which saw the least snow coverage on Christmas morning since record-keeping began in 2003. According to the Weather Channel, higher elevations of the west and areas near the Canadian border have the best chance of snow this year. Meteorologists say there's a good chance of a white Christmas from North Dakota and northern Minnesota into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the UP as they call it, parts of northern New England as well as sections of the Northeast, mainly west of I-95 and in the upper Missouri Valley. What exactly is a white Christmas? It's defined as 1 inch of snow accumulation on the ground on the morning of December 25th. And now I have the Bing Crosby song in my head. It's a classic. Lots of nostalgia there. Those are your unbiased updates for this Tuesday. We are off tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Thursday. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. No matter where you are, have a Merry Christmas.